abstract as that title may seem, I think it's a great title for this film because it seems like that's exactly what the filmmaker was felt when he was making this. It is colorful and it is free. It is not confined by any sort of narrative structure or genre or anything like that. It's just cool to watch. It's fun. Kind of makes you want to break out those 20-year-old video games. Yeah, there's some real cool things going on here, and yeah, I thought it was super interesting and just worth checking out.
Is A Tale of Mind Over Matter. For me, this short was determination in a color-coded wasteland. It felt like a video game. You still really felt for the character, even though the character would respawn, and you knew that it kind of had an unlimited amount of lives to try. You're like really feeling for the character because he or she is not giving up, like is very determined. And
for me, it felt like I was watching a video game, and quite often I found myself thinking, wow, I wish I could play her. I wish I could control her, because sometimes she would do things like she would see the little minions and she would stop, she would freeze, and I'd be like, no, keep going, like run, hide. So part of me wished I was in the game, I was able to control her. Maybe that was intended. If so, well, it worked on me, but I thought it was cool and it looked good. It was well done.
I like the overall world. It was built and very cool.
The other thing I really like about it is the animation of the woman running, and I really like the fact that you can't see anything except her eyes. So it really forces the viewer to imagine what she might be feeling. You can really feel the struggle and the evolution adapting to the situation to survive. I really liked it.
The colors were great, the patterns were great, the visuals were great. Now I'm a live action director. I'm not I don't know the first thing about animation. But I'll tell you right now, the camera angles and editing and the movement of the camera and how it switched back with the aerials that made it seem like a video game to real life and showed when you should stop. The technical execution on this was absolutely fantastic. The animation alone was great. I love that style of animation. The colors, there were so many colors and so many patterns that it wasn't confusing at all. It just was beautiful. Usually when people put that kind of amount into set design or production design or just in their visuals alone, it sometimes can become overwhelming, but I found that to be just absolutely stunning. It was thought-provoking. I absolutely loved the idea at the end.
It is a very interesting piece. The score to it is wonderful. It's repetitive the first two times that the protagonist runs through the course and gets wasted, but the third time the music seems more intense, but still built off the themes of the beginning, so that's fantastic. The repetition of it, the Groundhog Day style of it, is wonderful, and the watcher from above then affecting how the protagonist manages to find her way through and then seemingly splits into all of her former selves or future selves. I guess it depends. Either way, very interesting, very engaging.
It was quite fun. There were simple digital graphics, and by the second time through this game, it was reminiscent of the Matrix. There's this program, this female figure, and she's just doomed to relive the same life over and over and over and over again, and it always ends in her demise. And I really like the twist at the end that that not only did this magic ball from her help her win the game, but all her past lives came back, and they all had this magical new ability, and they were going to kick butt in this game that had, been terrible for them since the beginning. Who knows how many lives she had lived. And been destroyed. So it was an interesting little play on that sense of what's really going on in digital games and with artificial intelligence. It was good.
I almost thought it was like a God helping his child through the obstacles. That's what it was for this girl and the multiple girls at the end, I guess. It was kind of like, what it is. What is this at the end? It was one girl, she turned into Minnie, and there was somebody watching the whole time to help her pass the test. That's what I got from it. Good job.
I thought Color Me Free did a really nice job as far as depicting the ugliness of war through animation and computer graphics. It's being a civilian out there, being caught up in that, making hardline choices, knowing your family and you're at risk every single day. It's got to be some traumatic stuff, and I'm really happy that they decided to shed some light on that. Nice job.
If you like Apple's legendary commercial from 1984 and George Orwell's 1984, check out the movie Color Me Free. It brings back the memories from that, but brings in a real esports component too that I think everybody will like in today's video game era.